Hello, everyone, right here playing Farming Simulator 22 on Elmcreek, and we're starting off here by the cows here again today, everyone. It's been a couple more months here in the game, and the cows, well, they're still not producing any milk. Their productivity is a whole whopping 0%. And per the comments here from last episode, a lot of people seem to think it might be the slurry, so we're going to give that a try. The slurry's been full for quite a while, and so I don't know if that's it or not. I mean, I guess it's possible, but the cows, I'm pretty sure, were producing milk, and the slurry's been full, because, like I said, the slurry's been full for, like, long time. Yeah, long time. So, anyway, yeah, we're going to go ahead and see what I'm thinking we might do, Evan, because I don't really have any way of using the slurry at the moment. We do have some harvesting that needs to be done, so we could get the spreader over on this field here and start using that slurry fairly quickly, but what might be better off doing, I was actually putting down a silo, well, it's not really a silo extension, a slurry extension, I guess, whatever you want to call it, everyone. I'll put out an extension here that holds more slurry, so we got either 65,000 holds an additional 500,000, or we got the one that holds a whopping 2.6 million. Question is, how big are these? Yeah, if I want to put that right there, this would probably have been perfect. I'm not sure how close we have to have this here. Okay, so that's about the limit there then, isn't it? I can't, like, stick this on the other side. How much room? Well, we could put it, like, over here, I guess, couldn't we? That might work. I mean, yeah, I don't think... Well, we got... Okay, yeah, we do have that over there. Okay. So if I put it maybe right over here, I want to keep it away from the sugarcane field, too. That might be a good spot, everyone. Leaves me enough room for, like, all the stuff I need to do as far as taking care of the animals here with bales and stuff. Allows me room, I think, to get into the sugarcane factory there, right? Well, I might want enough room so I can turn around it. Maybe we should do that. Maybe more like a little over here. Yeah, there we go. I can zoom out. Perfect. Or that, I put it in nice and tight, and then we can just go around the whole thing. That might be good. Let's go. Looks like that's enough space to turn around if we have to. I really don't need to get into this part here, so that should be fine, right? Yeah, let's go with that one. We're going to try that 159,000. A little bit expensive, but anyway, everyone, that will give us a lot more storage here for the slurry. It looks like that does level out the land a little bit too. That's interesting. Oh, well, less than ideal. One of the, it'd be nice if everyone Giants could actually address that. Always one of the complaints here when you place down buildings. It's sometimes kind of hard to see in the build mode, everyone, what it's going to do as far as the ground. You just, sometimes you don't know until you, like, place it down, and oh boy. That's definitely not what you wanted, right? I mean, of course, you can sometimes raise and lower it, right? But again, you just don't know sometimes until you place it down. As someone said before, it'd be nice to have like an out or a undo option. Unfortunately, no such thing exists in the game. You can, of course, go ahead and sell this, but that does not fix the ground where you placed it. The ground is still going to say, yeah, the way it was when you placed the building, right? Once you place the building, then the ground gets terraformed and you're pretty much done. The only really undo, I guess, you could potentially do, everyone, is not save the game and reload it, which, at least in my case, I haven't done anything in the game here yet, so it won't be a big loss. But anyway, we'll see what that does for the cows, and hopefully that'll help, because, again, we have not gotten any milk in, like, the last 6 months, and that's really putting a crimp on my cake production plans, I guess you could say, everyone. We are not getting any cake at this rate, and the cows are definitely eating. They're eating like crazy, everyone. Yeah, so are the chickens and horses, for that matter. Chickens and horses are definitely pigging out, shall we say. And we don't even have pigs. Okay, anyway, everyone, I just wanted to start with that here this episode. Now we're going to head off to what we're probably going to do for the rest of the episode, and that's work on harvesting fields 30, 31, and 32, everyone. Got the combine over there already started here a little bit. And, oh, actually, you know what? That reminds me. One more thing, before we start harvesting here. I was looking at the shop here under the sell menu. And look what we got on sale, everyone. Well, actually, two things on sale here. I mean, we got the 8RT. That looks pretty nice, right? But then we also have a Demco grain cart. We have not purchased any grain cart here this series yet, everyone. As I said before, everyone, debatably useful when you're playing by yourself. But for that price, I'm going to think, why not, right? Ooh, tires or tracks? Well, I kind of like tracks myself. Well, that actually makes it more expensive, too. Yeah, so why would I want to do that, right? Main color, yeah, I think we'll stick with that color. Looks pretty good to me. So $51,000, let's buy that. Why not, right? We are going to take that. I'm also tempted to go for the tractor here because I mean, why not, right? Do we need another tractor? No. We got the money for it, so why not, right? $50,000. That bumps it up to an 8R410. American design, of course. Perfect. Much better. Front weight standard. Yeah, put some front weight on that one. Tracks. Yeah, no, I don't want the 3 meter. We'll go with the standard, I guess. Okay, yeah, can't resist that one. We need to borrow a little money here. We'll just borrow a few thousand. We'll just, yeah, there we go. Up to just a little over $1 million on that loan. Nothing to see there. We're going to do that. That. GPS, sure. Can we afford that? 225? Yeah, we can. I'll take it. Hey, then we got a tractor that we can haul the grain cart. Come on, get, there we go. Back from the shop with here as well. Wow, those flashers are out there a ways, aren't they? The tracks aren't exactly that wide. Oh, yes, 8R410. With a massage seat. Heated and cooled. Perfect. Just what us millennial snowflakes need. Also, apparently, maybe I missed it, but there must have been an update or something in the game here at some point that changed it, so the license plates like automatically get applied and they stay the same now. You don't actually have to like go and set them each time. I like that. That is kind of nice. So once you set the license plate, everyone, it actually like keeps that. Now, when you buy stuff, it actually like applies it, right? So that's kind of nice. You don't have to sit here setting it every time. Now, again, like I said, I'm not sure how useful this grain cart's going to be. Whoa, careful on the jackknife there. Yeehaw. But we're definitely going to make use of it, because why not? Speaking of making use of this here, we are going to be... What are we going to be doing here? We're going to be taking... This was wheat, right? I believe this wheat planted on the field. Yeah, the wheat. We're probably going to take that up to the flour mill, I think. Let's double check here. On the flour mill... Let's see what's here. Flour mill... Wheat. Flour... There's 66,000... wheat in there yet. I mean, that's from last harvest. You know what? We're just going to tab to the combine because that's a little too far to walk. Let's see. Did it save by GPS? No, I'm sure it probably did not. Nice if it would save GPS between sessions, but it usually doesn't. That loaded up here a minute. Auto width. There we go. Of course, it changes the home position. There we go. So yeah, already started harvesting the field here just a little bit. I did like a headland across there and then started going this way, and that's where we quit here before I started here this episode. So yeah, I got our John Deere X9. Ooh, wait a minute. Before we start, everyone, combine prepared. It's not terrible. Probably, actually, let's go check here, everyone. If we go check our here, it should tell us, where's the combine? Oh, wait, I'm in it. Right. Now, if you're in it, then it should highlight. So 85% of it, yeah, we're perfectly fine. We're not losing any crop yet, but I'm still going to repair it, so it's going to last as long as possible. And the head does not affect yield, everyone. If I can find it here. Come on. Okay, fine. Don't need it to be repaired anyway. It just affects speed. So again, it doesn't affect yield, everyone. It only affects the speed at which we can harvest. So at, was it 80-some%? I'm not sure which one was the higher one here. The head... 88, yeah, 88%. It's probably not affecting the speed, if at all. Oh, again, I mean, that is definitely a pretty sight going through the field, isn't it? Some paint on that header, that would probably make it look a little nicer, wouldn't it? Oh, well, maybe one of these days. Speaking of one of these days, again, everyone, probably one more week on this map, I'm thinking, at most, everyone. I was kind of tentatively planning on wrapping it up here this week, everyone, on this map. But, again, we just really have not gotten the cake production going here yet. So, thinking probably one more week, and again, the cows really put a damper on that. Plus, I wanted to do some cereal yet here as well. We got corn planted, everyone. So we'll see how far we get harvested in here. Maybe this episode, next episode. And then we'll probably get the corn harvested. We're definitely probably going to buy the raisins. We got honey. So if we go check this here a minute, everyone. Oh, actually, right at the top there, cereal. We got honey. Well, I'm probably going to buy the oats. Because again, it is cheaper for us to buy the oats than it is for us to produce the oats, right? And then corn. Well, yeah, we need corn yet. don't think there's a way to really buy. Well, I guess if you got the buy silo, there's a way to buy corn. I assume. I haven't ever tried that, but I don't think there's any other way to buy corn. Well, actually, you know what? I shouldn't say that. I mean, I can actually do this and just click buy here. That would work as well, I guess, right? I can do the same thing for the melt, too, which is kind of tempting. And to be honest, I do question whether or not that would be cheaper. I mean, because how expensive is melt versus how expensive are those cows? Expensive the feed we're feeding them. We're not getting any milk from them. The $750,000 building they're sitting in. Is that ever going to pay for itself, everyone? I mean, I'm sorry, everyone, but those cows got to produce an awful lot of milk. And I mean an awful lot of milk before that building is going to pay for itself. Or that milk going to be an awful good price. And so far, it ain't paid for itself, that's for sure. That is definitely for sure by a long shot. It hasn't paid for itself. And it cost us, what, hundreds of thousands of dollars just to feed those cows. So, are we making hundreds of thousands of dollars off them? So far, we've made a grand total of probably nothing off of them. Well, wait, we were making... No, I don't think I sold any. Oh, speaking of chocolate, I should probably go empty that out, shouldn't I? Butter's distributing, yep. Cheese. Well, it's in... Wait a minute. What's... Oh, that's right. Gotta click... There we go. I was gonna say, where's the recipe? Okay, so 3 milk was cheese. If we had enough milk, I would probably start making some cheese here as well, but... At this point, I kind of want the milk to go to making cake, which we are still making cake here, by the way, I guess, Evan. We do have enough milk for that, so that is actually... Oh, stop. So that is still working yet, actually, surprisingly. Probably should check and see how full that is well here. Make sure we keep the pallet space open. Backing up. Please wait. One out to pipe. Now we'll go grab our grain cart here in a minute. Once the pipe's out anyway. Actually, if I get out, will it keep... Oh, well, okay. Excellent. Wasn't sure if it would keep unfolding the pipe or not if I got out. Again, once you have the manual ignition turned on or the automatic engine start-stop turned off, then you can usually get out of equipment and it'll keep on doing whatever it was doing, right? You know, if it was unloading or putting the pipe out or stuff like that. Okay, let's open that cover. And this, I believe, holds more than our truck does. What was the capacity on this here again? Let's go check this here. Oh, I guess once you buy it, I mean, you can't buy it again, can you? Okay. Oh, you know what? We can check it under owned, right? Grain cart, we only own one. Or auger wagon, as they're called in the game. $77,500. So, $77,500. Just a bit there. Almost 2 truckloads, I guess, right? There we go. And yeah, I guess, you know, it's not probably technically course-play of them, but I could have the truck over here on an AI driver set to probably like a looping load position. I don't think you can hire anything with this, can you? What does this do? Go to? Yeah, it just does a go to, right? Too bad Giants hasn't actually implemented it right from here on, so you can actually just like create a job, unload combine on this field, right? Not quite that sophisticated yet. We'll see once if Giants actually gets there. They had mentioned when they first started the whole AI hired worker thing in the game, I mean, they were going to continue working on it. So I'm not sure if that just means they're going to improve what they currently do. Hopefully they need some of that too, right? Maybe add more features to it. That'd be kind of nice. For those of you who've seen Cattle and Crops, wow, everyone does Cattle and Crops have a very, very nice system for AI workers. Very, very impressive what you can do with the AI workers in that game. Yeah, Giants could definitely take a lesson from that one. In fact, Giants could probably take several lessons from that game. Again, very surprised at how well Cattle and Crops was done, everyone. If you haven't played it, maybe you should give it a try. Really, the only thing that's probably majorly lacking in Cattle and Crops, everyone, is content. There's just no content for the game, right? Obviously not any mods, really. And the in-game content is, like, almost non-existent. You got a couple of tractors, a harvester, and chopper, and a couple wagons. That's about it. You can probably count on one hand the amount of equipment in the game, right? Now, maybe 2 hands, everyone, but still. There's not much for equipment in the game. And then the map, you know, it's only the one map, too, if I remember correctly. So, But yeah, other than that, everyone, in every other way, Cattle and Crops is, I would have to argue, probably the superior game. They definitely have it in the soil management. Really cool too. Actually, when it comes to soil management, Cattle and Crops, I mean, I really like what they've done with that one. They've actually got it so like different cultivators, plows, all that, all your different tillage equipment, everyone, do different things to the soil more or less. And then you got like, how to explain this, on your soil management screen, everyone, for a field, you can see like where the field needs to be, right? So you got like all your bars for your upper soil density and lower soil density and so on and so forth, your crumbliness, and oh my goodness, it gets downright sophisticated and complicated to some extent, everyone, right? So yeah, if you really want to delve deep, everyone, and you can turn those off, of course, too, in the game. But yeah, if you really want to get into it, everyone, you can turn on like the realistic options there, and it really go crazy with the tillage, I guess you could say. So yeah, very nicely done in Cattle and Crops. Again, like I said, it's kind of too bad. Sounds like Cattle and Crops is dead at this point. Another developer, to my understanding, has bought it, but whether or not they're going to do anything with it, not sure. I'm not sure on that one. But again, kind of too bad because, like I said, very promising. Maybe a little over-promised for starters, and that might be their problem. I know when they first, Cattle and Crops first released, they promised a lot of things. Definitely under-delivered. But it took them a while, and they did finally, I would say, deliver for the most part. Just, yeah, it's kind of too bad they died in the process. Anyway, enough about that game. We're playing Farming Simulator 22 here today. And we are almost full here again, aren't we? Oh, let's see. Yeah, making some pretty good progress on this. Won't take long to harvest this field here. The canola field, that one is also ready to harvest here. Once I get over to the right screen, there we go. Oh, yeah, and you can see where I started to roll field 56 and 57 there, everyone. And then went and slept through the night and promptly realized I forgot to... Yeah, I forgot I was rolling this field. Whoops. Oh, well. Oh, well. Last, what do you do? Anyway, we'll maybe see if we can read some comments here in a moment, everyone. And as I mentioned when I started this episode, some of the comments here say I need to empty the slurry and or put a slurry extension down and see if that will help with the cow production. Hopefully it will. I mean, that kind of makes sense because that's the only thing I really see that might potentially be wrong. The slurry is full. But then again, I mean, like I said, the slurry's been full for quite a while. So, and the cows didn't stop producing until... I don't know, was it January, I think, everyone? I think it's when we rolled over to the new year here. Because we brought milk down to the dairy twice, down to the bakery once, I think. And that was kind of it. Well, at any rate, everyone, it should take quite a while for that slurry to fill up, I would think. It definitely should be a while. Oh, and I just realized something. That truck is over by the cows yet, there isn't it? So we don't have a truck on our trailer currently, do we? Wonder if we should maybe... turn here. Wonder if we should maybe do something about that, you know? We only got $50,000 though, don't we? And we kind of spent just a little bit there, didn't we? Whoops. Trucks, yeah. Oh, that is definitely interesting. MPA, is that different? I'm assuming that's a different engine. 505 horsepower. Yeah, okay. Kind of tempting. Everyone, how much was that again here before I leave? Give me about 100 grand. Okay. I don't know. What do you folks think? Rather tempting there, if you ask me. Maybe we should just get another truck. I mean, of course, Evan, I could, disconnect our current truck from our milk tanker and then take it over to the trailer there for grain and hook it up to that and drive, or but I could just go down to the shop and buy a whole nother truck. That sounds so much simpler, right? Sounds like a pretty good plan to me. We just got to borrow like another $100,000 or so. I don't think the bank will mind. I'm not sure what our borrowing limit is up to now, everyone. I have not maxed out the loan here as of late. Although we are still sitting there with a pretty good loan at this point. Not overly happy about that, but still. We also haven't really sold any products other than eggs, I guess. But yeah, we really haven't sold like any good selling products here at this point. I mean, most of our produce here is tied up in productions. Again, like all this wheat, I'm probably going to take most of it down and bring it to the flour mill, I guess. Though I don't know. Like I said, there's still some left in the flour mill, so it's not like it's producing it that quickly. Maybe I should have done like barley or something like that. I wouldn't build up the barley and just set the barley to like automatically sell the barley. Although I don't know, can anyone confirm or deny in the comments here when it comes to like, if you're gonna set your factory to automatically sell, everyone, do you actually lose more than if you would have sold the grain? There's at least a few months ago, everyone, per some of the YouTubers out there, they would say or claim if you put your factory in auto sell, everyone, so let's take the flour mill for example. If you brought flour to the flour mill and set the flour mill to auto sell, you were actually better off just taking your grain and straight up selling it. You would make more money that way than if you actually made the flour and auto sold. It's just, I guess, auto selling just cuts into the profits so badly. Like I said, I've heard upwards of 40%. I'm not sure what the actual percentage is of it. That's what I've heard. So I don't know. Anyone confirm or deny that in the comments? Okay, anyway, speaking of the comments, I'm to the comments here. North was saying productivity will go up if you drain out some slurry or increase the capacity with a silo extension, which is what we did, by the way. And we'll hopefully be draining out some slurry here, too. We got this field, we can start slurrying. And we'll set it to use the slurry from the cow pen. Very curious, if we do that, I'm curious how long the slurry will last. How much of this field do you think we can slurry, Evan, before we run out? I'm guessing not very much. Surprisingly, probably very little. Farmer Johnson was saying the Bergman holds 25,000 liters of manure or lime with a spread width of 24 meters. It's a mod for console and PC. It's in the mod hub. I might have to look into that. I think that's a little wider. The current ones are the 18 meters, I think, on the lime spread width. 24 meters, we'll take all we can get, right? Hunt Gaming was saying the name of the high-speed song their last episode, according to Shazam, is Die Sheet. Well, I can definitely confirm, everyone, that is wrong. That is not the name of the song here last episode. The actual name of the song from last episode with a high-speed section, everyone, is Cattle Drive from Purple Planet. Brad left a very good comment here. He was saying, I noticed when doing contract work, the borrowed tractors now have GPS on them. It says I used the guidance steering mod and was surprised that the game automatically adds GPS to borrowed equipment. Oh, and that is so much nicer there, Brad. I'm assuming that's something that changed with the mod author there for guidance steering. It must be something he added so that borrowed equipment automatically gets GPS. Definitely appreciate that feature, everyone. I haven't really done that much for contracts here recently, but that was always one of my complaints back in Farming Simulator 19 of them when it came to doing contract work. And if you borrowed the equipment, it didn't come with GPS. And it's like, oh man, come on now, really? And then, of course, you're sitting here trying to cultivate a field with a 3-meter cultivator or fertilize or something like that, right? Ridiculous. So yeah, very, very nice change on that part. Okay, well, 3 unloads of them, that would be enough to easily fill the truck. And the grain cart, looks like it's barely even full yet, right? Moses was saying, great video and good morning. Thank you very much for that. We'll report that comment there. Let's find another one snuck in here. I'm telling you, folks, YouTube and their spam comments. Wow. think they could do something about that, but apparently not. Hunt was saying, are we going to ignore the guy that shifts and seat bounces? Sure. Speaking of seat bounces, I keep getting asked to do more in-cab work, so hey, we'll go into the cab here. See what the view looks like from in the cab. It's also a little quieter. Just Hillbilly was saying, I've seen a comment on a previous video that said it's possibly the fact that the cattle's slurry storage was full, that it caused the milk production to drop off. Might be worth to set the worker to refill from the poop sprayer. I mean, slurry spreader directly from the cattle's slurry storage instead of buying it, as well as selling some of the slurry to the biogas plant to see if that's the case. Oh, brother. Terrible joke there. That was not mine. That was from Just Hillbilly. But yeah, that's actually, I not thought of that. I could actually sell some of the slurry I've won. Could have sold the slurry to the BGA there. Probably not worth a whole lot of money, but hey, still money, right? Brent will say, I would say in typical farm logic, your slurry is full, so they will not produce milk. Empty the slurry, and they will produce milk. Okay, well, we'll give it a try, one. Hopefully that works. Christopher was also saying, good morning, good video. It's snowing here in Canton, Oklahoma. Cool. Well, it's not slurring here in Michigan. Slurring. Oh, my goodness. It's not snowing here in Michigan, everyone. It's actually been rather warm here the past 2 days. So warm, in fact, that most of the snow has melted. Most of it. Although right around the area where I live, I noticed there seems to be quite a bit more snow around here or something, because it hasn't melted around here yet. Just Stuff a Wolf was also saying maybe because the slurry is full. Hopefully you're right on that one. Oh, here's another good comment, everyone. Chris was saying, Courseplay works good for me. Oh, boy. Yay. Courseplay. Woo. Hoo. For those of you who don't know, maybe you're new to the channel, but I kind of, for the most part, disown Courseplay from Farming Simulator 19. Kind of, goodbye. But we'll see what's up, and we'll maybe give it a try here again in Farming Simulator 22. It has changed completely from my understand. Like, sounds like they built it from the ground up, which is probably what needed to happen. Darmick was saying, very wholesome and love your content. Well, hey, thank you very much for that there, Tarek? I guess Tarek, I guess. Yes, thank you very much for that. Anyway, everyone, looking at the time here, looks like it is about time to wrap it up here for this episode. So on that note, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.